And now roll forward and backward. Try to get all of the 26 functional vertebrae involved here. Shoulders to the bottom of the spine at the coccyx. And let's roll ourselves up to stand for the final exercise of this Kriya. So the alignment for this pose is very important. So your feet are just a little bit less than hip distance apart, just a few inches apart. So let's all lift all of our toes up and feel all four corners of your feet connected to the floor. Let's even go to the one side and the other. Just try to feel all four corners connected. Even forward a little bit and back. Let's come back to stationary. And now let's spread the toes down so we're firmly connected to the floor. And let's pull the muscles up just above the kneecaps. Let's not lock the knees. The muscles go inward on the upper leg. So think of pulling in here as we're tucking under. So think of as if you're pushing yourself forward, like your hips, as your navel center goes in towards your spine at the same time. So whoop, and you'll feel that going in towards your spine and up your spine. And then roll your shoulders back. Your shoulder blades are rolling down into your hip pockets. Your chest is lifted, chin is in. And then we're going to inhale, and remember, pull in on that navel center because we're going to just arch back a little bit. And pulling in that navel center is going to protect our lower back. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, coming towards the floor. Inhale up, hinging at the hips, using the navel center, stretching back just a little bit, and exhale forward. So it's all in your legs and your navel center. And as long as you're hinging at your hips, you should be able to do this all day. Because there's really not a lot of effort. It's all technique. This is excellent for the auric field. Good. If any time you ever feel a little bit dizzy, just come lying down onto your back, taking a break. Just going to do this for another 30 seconds. Awesome. We're really jumping into a lot of techniques here today. So think of this also as a shamanic practice that we're doing. So in shamanic practices, there's certain little deaths, it's called. So your little parts of yourself that don't serve you are dying away so that there's room for new life to come in. Kind of like the cycle of life. Meditation we'll be doing in a short time, Satang Nama. It's beginning life, an end or death, and then rebirth. It's a spiral of life. So letting go. If there's anything you feel that doesn't serve you and you want to let it go, these are the exercises that allow you to do it. Let it go back into Mother Earth. Pull the energy up from the universe. Give it back to Mother Earth, and she will recycle it and use it for something beautiful. And pulling in new energy, creative energy, for whatever you want. "15 seconds. Powerful aura gives you powerful energy. Gives you a beautiful attitude, happiness. And let's inhale up. And let's exhale. Bring our hands to the floor. Step our feet back just a little bit into down dog. So down dog, just pushing through. So watch me for a second. Watch how I stretch through, looking towards the insides of my legs. So you can really get that triangle. It's called a triangle for a reason. And make sure we spread those fingers wide. Looking up towards our kneecaps, or shins, or upper legs for a couple more breaths. And down dog is working at 18 major muscle groups. Excellent for your nervous system. It's a beautiful pose. Feet are typically 6 inches apart. And your heels, whenever you exhale, your heels are going closer to the floor. Right knee, let's bring it up. And let's grab it with our left hand on the outside of that knee and pull it over to the left. Our right arm is extended straight out to the right side, looking out towards that hand as we pull that left knee gently towards the floor on the other side. Breathing into our side body, releasing our spine. This is great for stress, it's good for the adrenals, it's good for digestion. And let's go to the other side. And let's come back up. Let's hug our knees in and roll forward and backward a couple of times. Do a little massage for the back, and then let's roll ourselves up. So some say that all these yogic exercises we do are just preparations for meditations. And I think that's a good way to look at it. I mean, definitely I know that when I meditate, after I do a bunch of yoga, I can go much deeper into the practice. So I don't know what your guys' experience are, but that's who I feel. And so the more yoga I do, the deeper I can get, much deeper. So this next thing that we're going to do, it's a meditation because I think you guys deserve it. You're in a place where you can get into it. It's a very powerful, very transformative meditation. It's called the Kirtan Kriya. And there's 4 parts to it. We're going to use all the fingers because all the fingers connect to the 10 zones of the brain. And also yogically, the fingers are Mercury and the Sun or solar, and Saturn is the middle finger. Jupiter is the index, and Earth is the thumbs. So Mercury has to do with communication, solar is energy, Saturn is wisdom, and Jupiter is knowledge. And then our thumbs, has to do with earthiness and our ego. So we're going to be saying Satanama, Satanama. And Satanama is a bij mantra. So it plants seeds in the unconscious. And so as we connect gently, like about 6 pounds of pressure, or just enough pressure so you feel you're making a connection. We're going to say Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So, as I mentioned before in class, when we were in the womb, our hands were part of the brain. And then when it pulled away, it still kept that connection to the brain. So yogic scientists for tens of thousands of years have worked these out through trial and error, through deep meditation, through messages coming in, and then wisdom is in the experience. So also Nod. Nod is the science of the essence of the primal languages, primal sounds, and how it goes directly to the hypothalamus and can affect us in the most powerful ways. And some say that the first yoga was sound yoga. So we're going to have our chest lifted, chin slightly in. The focus is going to be at the third eye center. And then we're just going to begin Sa, thumb and index, Na, thumb and middle, Na, with the 4th fingers, the ring fingers and the thumbs, and then Ma. So it'll be Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And what that means is beginning is Sa in life, and living is Ta, and then death or change is Na, And then ma is rebirth. So if you think of like a circle of life, Sata Nama, that's like the beginning, the birth, the living, the dying, and the changing, and then the rebirthing, right? But we never come back to the same spot in life. So think, instead of a circle, think of it as a spiral. So we're coming around, but we're always in a different place. Like when you're in a stream, right? You can never be in the same place twice in a stream because the water is always moving, right? It's always different. It's the same with this. And while we're doing this, because this is the auric body, this is about karma, this is about stuff that doesn't serve us, I want you to think about things that are dying off, that you don't need. So we're just going to go further into letting go of that which doesn't serve us, making room for so many glorious, amazing things to come in. All right, does that sound good? So let's all take a deep breath. And let's do this one together. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, ta, na.